This weekend marks the 107th start of the Tour de France, a 2,200-mile, 21-stage, over 23 days sufferfest. Started back in 1903. It's run every single year, and usually in the month of July. This year, thankfully, it was only postponed and not canceled like the Giro. The only time it's ever been truly canceled is during both World Wars, right? So we're gonna make a drink, a cocktail called a French 75 to celebrate the winner of the Tour de France, who gets to wear the maillot jaune, the yellow jersey. Now, this wasn't around in the early stages or the early versions in 1903 when they started it. They realized after a couple of years that they couldn't tell who was winning the race in a multi-stage, multi-day race. It was usually not the person who was crossing the finish line first on any particular day that was going to be the winner. So they created the maillot jaune, the yellow jersey, which is the same yellow newsprint of Lotto, which is the newspaper that started this in the first place to sell a bunch of newspapers, and it was tremendously successful. And that's why the Giro ultimately was created to mimic it by another newspaper, and same with the Vuelta in Spain. So, the French 75. It's a pretty simple drink, but it is quite delicious, and it does feature lemon, so in keeping with our yellow theme. So, it is 1.5 ounces of gin, and I'm using a Hendrick's limited edition Summer Solstice. It's very delicious. Then we go to 1 ounce of our lemon juice here. You can use granulated sugar, just 2 tablespoons, which I've already pre-measured, or you can use simple syrup, whatever works. And then what you want to do is mix that up in a nice shaker. So it's filled with ice, so it's incredibly cold. And when it's cold, you want it, your hand's really cold, keep going. You want to make it colder. Especially the way I'm serving it. A lot of people will serve it over rocks in a Collins glass, but I like to serve it in a champagne glass, hence you really got to get this thing cold. A few more shakes. Okay, now we pour that into our champagne flute. And then we're going to top with champagne. Often the case of the champagne is you can overflow it pretty easily. I seem to have not done that this time. Oh, there we go. Now it's a party. Okay, and then you garnish with a lemon twist. I saw a bartender do this once where they just kind of made the twist and then dropped it in there, and it makes a nice little vertical garnish. So, vive la Tour, vive la France, salut.